Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 1 of Twilight Imperium, and we are on turn 2.2. We're right in the middle of the tactical action phase, and we're going to start out by activating our systems. So let's go around with our command counters and start activating some systems. Obviously, this is a multiplayer game, so I'm just going to kind of walk through some of the dynamics here and just kind of get a feel for how it works. Well, you know, the Mentax Coalition, they're not too happy with the humans advancing on them here. So it looks like they are going to place their first token on the Lazar Skalag system, and that means they're going to do an invasion of that system. We'll have the next up will be the Naula Coalition. They're going to target. They're going to do an expansion. They're going to move to this Theban planet and move one of their fleet ships out to there. Next coming around there in the action will be the Barony of Letnev. Again, command pool here. They will target this black hole, activating this space. And next up would be the Federation of Sol. They will advance into this system, Dalbooth system, to expand there. And finally, we have the Sardak Nor. They are going to move into the Arinam system. So let's see what we get from this. So next up, we're going to have moving ships. So first off, we've got the Mentak Coalition. They've got 4 ships that they can move. So they'll actually move 1, 2, 3, and 4 ships into this system. So they are full-on war with the Federation of Earth. Next up is the Naula Coalition. They're actually going to move a ship across into the Theba system. Next up is the Barony of Letnev. They will also target through the wormhole with a ship here. Next up is the Federation of Sol. They're going to move their command ship to here. And finally, Sardak Nor. Oh, I didn't get to do the Emirates. The Emirates will target this planet here, and they'll also move their ship here to land there. And then finally, a command target for Sardak Nor. They've moved here, and they're going to land their ship there. Okay, so that will do it for our ship movements. Let's go into the next phase of the tactical action phase, which will be we moved our ships, PDS fire. We do not have a PDS for the humans, so I don't believe there's any PDS fire happening anywhere. So next we're going to take care of space battles, and the only space battle we'll have so far, it will be the Mentax Coalition versus the Federation of Sol. So let's walk through this this activation and movement phase. So this battle will unfold. There's no withdrawals or retreats. So we're going to roll the combat dice. And we're going to roll 1 combat die for each ship. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. These are for the Sardak Nor. And then we'll just get 1 die for the humans. And let's just make it this golden die just to make it distinct. So let's go ahead and do it. And we can just line these up as 1, 2, 3, 4. Human die is 6. So let's look at the combat chart from one of the cards here. So Dreadnought, not Dreadnought, a cruiser is 7 or better. So this cruiser hits. This carrier hits. This cruiser misses. And this cruiser misses. So we get 2 hits. This cruiser also misses. So just 2 hits. So, hit on the Federation of Souls carrier, and then the damage is done. Remove casualty. Each player now take a number of casualties each to the number of hits scored. So they have lost the ship. So that is removed. And now as well they have so now they can land ground forces onto the planet. So that'll be the next step on land ground forces. We'll get to that next. Okay, so we've gone ahead and done that. Now we're going to do a planetary landing. So let's see who can do planetary landings here. So first off, I think we have a number of these. So we have the, I believe that the humans can do a planetary land. Well, let's just transfer these because I think these are going to end up turning color. So these humans can do the planetary landing here. I believe they can do a planetary landing here as well. And next up is Emirates of Hakan. They are able to do a landing here. The Mentax Coalition has dealt a blow to the humans, and because of that, ship is destroyed. 1 human leader has been captured, I believe. I think we capture him. So I'll double check on the rules on that. If you guys know it, you can leave it in the comment. Then next up is the, we've placed this here, this here. That has been landed. They're just blocking that black hole there. They're not going through the black hole. And finally, we've got the Mir. I think they'll go for Arnim. Landing forces on Arnim and Mir. And they're going to add those cards. So we'll go through the deck and add these cards to our respective races. So we've got Vefut 2. Vefut 2 goes to Hakan. Then it's Lazar and Skolag leave the humans. And goes to the Mentax. And humans get theirs back. And then next up is the Thiba. Thiba is going to go to the Nalu. And Arnim and Mir. Arnim and Mir. Mir. Arnim and Mir goes to the Sardak Nur. And then finally, any other planets? That is going to do. Oh, then I guess Dalboath and Zinha and Dalboath. So it seems like we're being just forced to this sector of space, the Federation from Sol, and we can place the remaining planets here. And I believe that's going to wrap it up. Let's just double check the rule book here. Let's jump into the next phase, which is planetary combat. We don't have planetary combat here. We will have... oh, actually, we had to do planetary invasion. This had to be invaded, so sorry about that. Let me do the planetary invasion for this first. Invasion combat. So... after play has landed one or more ground forces during the planetary invasion, a step of tactical action, and invasion combat must be fought. The invasion combat round starts out with roll dice. Okay. Both players roll one die for each friendly ground force on the planet. Okay, so I believe I could do 2 ground forces for each of these planets because I have 4. So we've really somewhat outnumbered them. So we had 2 on each planet. The humans had 2, so we can do 2 to 1. So let's just do this one, 2 to 1. Ground forces are needed 8 in the battle. So let's go ahead and roll that. And no wins. One more. 9, and then one more. A 9. So okay, so we've basically done a 1 and 1, and the humans have lost, so it ends up this way anyway. So we did do the combat roll there. So we've taken care of the ground war. Let's just go to the final part of the phase, which is the trade contracts and trade agreements. So let's do the trade agreements between the players. So obviously the humans won't be trading with the Mentak coalition. So just to kind of make it kind of fun, we'll just we'll take the humans first, I believe. I call them the humans here, but here's the trade contracts. And let's just kind of do it this way. Trade contracts. And we'll do it like this, and if they come out strangely, we'll just divvy them up better. Okay, so we've got Mintax. 1, 2, trade contracts. Okay, so we'll just kind of shuffle these up to randomize. Like if this was a real player game, people would actually be trading, but instead what we'll do is we'll just kind of randomize it like this, this, this. Oh, it can't do that. This, 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 and this. Okay, so now we've got our trade agreements sort of lined up here. So we've got Mentak Coalition trading with Emirates and Nauru. We've got the Nauru trading with the Hakan and the Mentak. Barony of Letnev trade agreements with the Nor and the Mentak. Federation of Earth trading with the Nor and the Barony. Emirates trading with Seoul Federation and the Barony. So that's going to do it for the trade round. And then finally, do we want to do the council play? So the council has to do a vote, and they voted on the Nauru. So that's kind of finished. So let's just go to the status phase and then find out what the final status of this is. Okay, so trade can start happening next turn. Objective cards. Okay, we got to turn over this first objective card here. And it says, I have 3 technology advances of the same color. So that's one that everyone can start to shoot for. And finally, with that prisoner, captive leader is a captive leader. Places the captured leader in the playing area. During the status phase, the captor may transfer the captive to another player. So yeah, so we're going to keep this captive leader with the Mentak Coalition. And that's going to wrap it up for turn 2. We'll clean up the board, we'll get things scored up, and we'll see you in the next round. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in turn 3. Bye-bye.